Paramount Plus and returning CBS Fall.
Don't miss a new season of Big Brother starting July 10th on CBS.
We hit 90 degrees in Marquette for today. It'll be a little bit cooler for tomorrow into the mid-60s. Some places still getting to the 80s and plenty of sunshine. Your full details are next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, a shooter's plans to attack a church in Lower Michigan are thwarted by quick thinking and bravery from security. We'll have a breakdown of the incident. Plus, a major development from the Middle East as President Trump announces a ceasefire deal has been made between Israel and Iran. It comes 2 days after the U.S. conducted military strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. And we have the latest on Marquette County's search for a new administrator. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast. It was definitely a hot one today. We know that, and we'll still have some fairly mild temperatures to take us through the nighttime into the mid-60s and some increasing cloud cover, maybe a few stray drops. Still getting over some of those strong thunderstorms earlier, but for tomorrow, we'll still keep the sunshine, but we won't be as hot. We'll get to the mid-60s for Marquette. There will be some 80s, and I'll have all those details, including an early look at your weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. A man in his 50s is dead after falling 25 feet at Manganese Falls near Copper Harbor on Saturday. Authorities say he was walking along a path when he fell off a cliff. Emergency crews responded, but the man was pronounced dead at the scene. Officials believe it was an accident. His name has not been released out of respect for his family, and the sheriff's office urges visitors to stay cautious while exploring the area's rugged terrain. A church community outside Detroit was left shaken on Sunday by an attack on its house of worship. Police say the church was targeted by a man armed with an AR-15 style rifle and hundreds of rounds of ammunition. Ian Lee tells us about the heroes who stopped the attack.
A live stream from inside Crosspoint Community Church recorded the moment congregants heard gunshots outside in the parking lot.
Everybody to the back.
Nearly 150 people, many of them children, scattered.
They gotta come on.
Police identified 31-year-old Brian Anthony Browning as the gunman.
As Browning approached the entrance of the church, a parishioner saw him and hit him with their vehicle. That vehicle caught on fire. This is some of the charred remains. A shootout then ensued with armed security guards, and Browning was killed right there.
Police Chief Ryan Strong said church members and staff were trained to respond in emergency situations. That may have saved lives.
We are grateful for the heroic actions of the church's staff members, who undoubtedly saved many lives and prevented a large-scale mass shooting.
The gunman attended services at the church along with his mother 2 or 3 times in the past year, according to Pastor Bobby Kelly Jr.
He gave no indication that he had any animosity toward the church, toward me in our meeting.
It was at least 2 security guards and a church member that stopped the gunman.
You never know what you're going to do when it happens. You can think you're going to do something, but in the moment you don't know. And they did what they're supposed to do in the moment, and they put their lives on the line for others. And so I can't go on enough about how brave they are.
While the police still don't know the motive, the church considers itself lucky. The shooting could have been a lot worse. The congregation will be gathering here next Sunday for a service to give thanks.
Just 2 days after the U.S. sent B-2 bombers to destroy nuclear facilities in Iran, President Trump has announced a ceasefire in the Israeli-Iranian conflict. Erica Brown has more.
Just 48 hours after the U.S. dispatched B-2 bombers to destroy 3 nuclear sites in Iran, comes word from President Trump of a ceasefire agreement, which he says will bring an end to the conflict between Israel and Iran. In a social media post, the president outlined the plan, saying it has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire. Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start the ceasefire. And upon the 24th hour, an official end to the 12-day war will be saluted by the world. The president's announcement comes hours after Iran launched a retaliatory missile attack on a U.S. military base in Qatar on Monday in response to the U.S. strikes on Iran over the weekend. The president also said Iran gave advanced notice of the strikes and there were no reported casualties. In a series of posts on Truth Social, President Trump said most of the Iranian missiles had been downed, and he suggested the conflict may be over. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers remain divided over the weekend strikes on Iran and the U.S.'s role in the conflict. On social media, Republican Thomas Massey of Kentucky wrote, under the War Powers Act, the president is required to withdraw from hostilities in Iran within 60 days, unless he gets a vote of Congress. Others are standing by the president's decision.
Given the situation that we're looking at right now, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to the president and the administration.
The Trump administration insists that airstrikes on Iran were carried out to make certain Iran does not obtain nuclear weapons. They say it was not about forcing a regime change in Iran. Members of Congress are expected to be briefed about the conflict Tuesday.
Israeli strikes have killed at least 400 people in Iran and injured 3,000 in the conflict, according to the Iranian Health Ministry, while Iran's missile strikes have killed at least 24 people in Israel. A delegation of Republican lawmakers gathered in Negaunee today to rally support for two bills currently in the state Senate. The bills, co-authored by Representatives Carl Bonac and Dave Preston, seek to extend the working life of 13 Rice generators located in the central UP. Our own John Truitt has the story.
Known as reciprocating internal combustion engines, or RICE units, these generators were installed in 2019 to replace the Shiras and Presque Isle coal-fired power plants. Now, House Bills 4007 and 4283 aim to protect their operation by classifying them as part of Michigan's Clean Energy Plan.
Without reliable, affordable energy to power our electric grid, we cannot keep the lights on, let alone power the Upper Peninsula's businesses and industry.
But environmental laws passed in 2023 require Michigan to get 100% of its energy from renewable sources by 2040, putting the methane-fueled generators in jeopardy by 2035.
It's basically a carve-out for these generators because of the fact that we got out ahead of everybody else, shut down our coal before everybody else, and went online with natural gas before anybody else, and now we're being penalized with it.
Residents could pay up to $150 more a year, and iron ore mines like Tilden could see $15 million in additional costs per month.
Electric customers will also be assessed a surcharge on their power bills if these units are shut down to build brand new energy infrastructure composed of mainly wind and solar.
The bills have already passed the House with bipartisan support, but they still face hurdles in the Senate and will need a signature from Governor Whitmer to become law. In Negaunee, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
They say the third time is the charm. After two successive candidates were offered the job of Marquette County Administrator, both of them fell through. The Marquette County Board has once again narrowed the current field of applicants down to 3 people. In a special meeting today, the County Board agreed to formally interview current Marquette City Commissioner Michael Larson, Airport Manager Dwayne DeRay, and Jared Hadamaki, an aerospace attorney originally from the Sioux.
I think they're excited to go through the interview process and select a candidate. They're all 3 very qualified, and then we'll do their interviews, and maybe that night there'll be a decision made.
The County Board will conduct interviews before their regular meeting on July 15th and may make a decision during that meeting. Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, the trial of Sean Diddy Combs is coming close to its end, with the prosecution and defense expected to rest their cases. And Italians are voicing their frustration over Jeff Bezos' planned wedding in Venice. We'll have the details after this.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
From now through June at Fox Marquette Chevrolet, lease a 2026 Chevrolet Equinox LT all-wheel drive for $449 a month for 36 months with zero due at signing. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
It's time to play Super Raffle from the Michigan Lottery, the richest raffle ever, with the best odds ever to win the $6 million grand prize and thousands of other big-time prizes. So don't run out of time. Get your Super Raffle ticket today.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to buy get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
Why should you consider re-siding your home? Your home is the largest investment you'll make. Protect it with new siding installed by the experts at the Window Store. We offer a range of affordable, high-quality siding options, including premium ABC seamless steel siding with attractive financing options available. And we install all winter long across the entire UP. Schedule your appointment today and enjoy the Window Store experience for yourself. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
This is home for CBS, WZMQ 19.
From now through June at Fox Marquette Chevrolet, lease a 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 LT 2FL Crew Cab 4-wheel drive for $398 a month for 36 months with zero due at signing. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. We did reach 90 degrees for that high temperature, and the record is 91 set back in 2003, so just shy of tying that record, and 0.2 of an inch of rain as of about 5:25 or 5:30 p.m. So we know this. It's definitely above average, and we told you about a week and a half ago that we were going to be looking at a little bit of a stretch of some warmer weather, and things are going to start cooling down even below average before it goes back up to some seasonal conditions. But before we get to the weekend, if you want to head out tomorrow, still try to hold on to a little bit of that sunshine. Won't be as warm, but we still have a 4 out of 4 stars on your Blades Bait and Tackle fishing outlook for tomorrow with a new moon at just about 1% illumination. Your best times are between noon and 2 p.m. and then again at 11 p.m. through 1 a.m. if you want a late fishing time there. Not looking at any rain and some fairly calm winds from the north at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So that's the main reason why we're cooling things down for tomorrow. But first warning weather futurecast, yeah, maybe a few leftover drops late tonight, but we are looking good for tomorrow morning. Plenty of sunshine through the afternoon. Just seeing some cloud cover on and off the screen as the time advances. Now we get to Wednesday, we are going to track a little bit of these showers that will want to push up into the area, but if we put on the future rain here, most of this is contained to the eastern half of the Upper Peninsula. About 1/10 of an inch of rain from now until Wednesday morning. Not much here for Marquette, but down to Escanaba, Menominee, yeah, maybe up to an inch. So not seeing much rain here with what we're tracking on Wednesday, but still that's our next major rainmaker, if you will. So before that, yeah, the winds are going to be from the north, so that's a reason why we're seeing those cooler temperatures, but I think a lot of people will be happy about that 90 degrees for today. We're not going to get there for Marquette for tomorrow. Tuesday, 8 p.m., still looking the same, those single-digit wind values from the north, keeping things nice and cool. We're still monitoring this future smoke. We told you we're just going to have to monitor this until the foreseeable future, especially if the future smoke outlook keeps showing these greens, the oranges, the yellows. We need to watch out for this. Those sensitive groups with the heart conditions, the lung conditions, you know who you are. We need to watch out for that. No air quality warnings in place or anything, but that doesn't mean we can't monitor that over the next few days. Now, an early look kind of into the weekend or into next week, we are still going to see some above average temperatures. I'm calling it nearly average just because the weekend is kind of falling right on that average of about the upper 70s. So we can expect some near average temperatures. Not going to see another heat wave over the next few days. Tonight, temperatures into the mid 60s with some increasing cloud cover. Ironwood nice and clear. But for tomorrow, it's not going to be 90 for us in Marquette. It'll be hard pressed to even get to the 70s. But Iron Mountain and Escanaba, you'll be into that upper 70s, lower 80s range. So 60s take you through the rest of the midweek. Again, it's going to be a little chilly, a little rainy. Give us some relief just ahead of the weekend. And we're back to some more seasonal conditions with lots of sunshine to start off the weekend.
Kelly, thanks very much. Federal prosecutors could soon wrap up their case in the sex trafficking and racketeering trial of Sean Diddy Combs. The government's final witness took the stand once again as the trial entered its 7th week. Jared Hill reports from New York.
Federal prosecutors' final witness in Sean Diddy Combs' trial back on the stand. Homeland Security Special Agent Joseph Churchill continued to detail evidence against Combs, including travel records and hotel invoices connected to the so-called freak-offs at the center of the case. Monday, jurors were also shown more explicit footage of the encounters involving the woman known to the court as Jane. She'd previously told the panel she did not like participating in the sex marathons with male escorts orchestrated by Combs. Last week, the government called Brendan Paul to the stand. He detailed under immunity that part of his job as Diddy's former personal assistant was to help facilitate the illegal activity by setting up hotel rooms for the freak-offs and stock them with baby oil and drugs.
The defense has indicated it will wrap its case this week without calling any witnesses to the stand, signaling Sean Combs will not take the stand in his own defense.
I think this may be a wise strategy.
David Shapiro is a former Essex County assistant prosecutor and professor at John Jay College of Criminal Justice.
We have, well, sometimes these acts were coerced, apparently, and sometimes these acts were consensual, apparently. What is he going to reiterate? Supporting his self-interest and say, no, everything was consensual. He may then impair his own credibility.
Combs was arrested in September on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He's pleaded not guilty. Closing arguments could come as early as Thursday before the case goes to the jury.
Prosecutors have called 34 witnesses to the stand since the trial began, including Combs' former girlfriend of 10 years, Cassie Ventura. If convicted of the most serious charges, Combs could face life in prison. One of the world's richest men, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, is getting ready to say "I do" in one of the world's most romantic cities, but not everyone is feeling the love. Many who call the Italian city of Venice home worry the celebrity spotlight will steal attention from the city's real struggles. Tina Kraus reports.
When it comes to dreamy destinations for a wedding, few can top Venice. It's where billionaire Jeff Bezos will marry former TV anchor Lauren Sanchez this week.
Una Disneyland.
Our city is becoming Disneyland with these celebrity events, this Italian says, but I'm not against it. It brings in money. Others aren't so quick to roll out the welcome mat for the couple, and some 200 VIP guests expected to party on Bezos' $500 million super yacht for 3 days of festivities.
The problem is not the wedding. The problem is the system. We think that one big billionaire can't rent a city for his pleasure.
Activists are calling on the wealthy tech giant to pay his fair share, saying if you can rent Venice for a multi-million-dollar wedding, you can chip in to help preserve it.
This is exactly right. If you can afford to shut down a city for a wedding, then yes, you can pay more taxes, and yes, you can help out people in the world that need it.
Protesters say there's no space for Bezos in one of Europe's most overrun tourist spots and have vowed to make his wedding a wake-up call for the toll all that traffic is taking on Venice.
Actor George Clooney and his bride also tied the knot in Venice 11 years ago, but it was much smoother sailing for them. Coming up next on your 19 News, it's the beginning of a bittersweet ending for Marquette's Art Week. We'll bring you the kickoff of the final one when we come back.
Get an 11% rebate on new doors at Menards. We have the largest selection of garage doors in stock, or design your own using our free Garage Door Designer. Get this 9x7 insulated garage door for only $449.99 after rebate. Shop our wide collection of Larson storm doors. Whether you're looking for extra security, more fresh air, or natural light, we have the right door for you. Get this Liberty storm door for $124.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
At Big Valley Ford in Ewan, we're more than just a dealership. We're your hometown partner in finding the perfect ride. With a huge selection of high-quality vehicles, there's something here for every lifestyle and every budget. Looking for value? We've got one of the largest selections of pre-owned Ford trucks in the UP, all in excellent condition and low miles, along with a huge selection of new Broncos and trucks all ready to roll. Experience the Big Valley difference at Big Valley Ford in Ewan.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Even if you've tried before and were unsuccessful in getting rid of your timeshare, call today and see if we can help. We offer a complete 100% unconditional client satisfaction guarantee. Make this completely free call and learn how we can help you legally put an end to your timeshare nightmare once and for all. You have nothing to lose, so call right now to qualify and receive a free consultation. You can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, but you've got to call now. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. Today marks the beginning of the City of Marquette's Art Week, which has since been announced to be in its last year. WZMQ's Andrew Hans has the details.
The 10th annual City of Marquette Art Week has begun. Throughout its decade of sharing the region's artistic styles, the summer tradition will be coming to an end this year. Beginning in 2015 as an art stroll event with the city's Office of Art and Culture, this week will feature over 70 free art installations and classes taking place in the area, comprised of over 150 local artists.
The past 10 years has done so much for us in terms of understanding how to work with our partners, how to invite artists in, how to creatively use public spaces, and the community's embraced it.
A large contribution to some of this week's events have been made by the Gallery of Downtown Marquette. The gallery's group of artists are scheduled throughout the week, with their own slices of art lessons and demonstrations throughout the theme of stories, from watercoloring with emotion to copper foraging.
I've never really had people sit down this long before and really listen. They usually stop in and they look, what are you making? They just kind of give a cursory glance. This was kind of fun.
With the announcement of its closure this year, the community is bittersweet, but hopes to keep these local celebrations alive and more events spread throughout the year rather than just across 1 week.
Yeah, absolutely bittersweet. I mean, I'm going to miss it dearly, but yeah, it's a huge success. It's grown like crazy, and I think we're leaving at a good time to make room to support projects like this year round.
I think we're all a little bit sad about that, but also understand the tremendous amount of work that goes into it. Other things will be happening. I think Marquette is definitely an art town, very creative.
Reporting in Marquette, Andrew Hans, WZMQ 19 News.
It can be a challenge for people with autism to find employment opportunities, but as Christiane Benavides reports show us, one Florida business is providing those much-needed opportunities.
17-year-old Edward Cruz says working at Rising Tide Car Wash in Coral Springs, Florida is more than just a job. It's an opportunity that's not always easy to come by.
Majority of our staff is on the autism spectrum. I'm on the autism spectrum.
People with autism experience high unemployment rates. A 2017 NIH study put it at about 40%, while other estimates show it can be as high as 80%.
I'm really proud to be here. I mean, I'm happy with what the company does. I'm happy that, what we do, it really does make a difference.
Thomas Deary and his father started Rising Tide to give Thomas's younger brother Andrew, who has autism, and others like him, a chance to thrive.
It became really clear really quickly when he was graduating high school that we were going to have to take action in order for him to lead the full adult life that we knew he was capable of. And today he has friends, he has a community of peers, he has money in his pocket where he can go buy things that he wants, and it's brought our family together.
Rising Tide has more than 100 employees across 3 locations, and more than 80% have autism.
Not only are they going to do as good of a job as any other car wash, but they're going to do a better job. They're going to exceed expectations because our team genuinely want to be here. They genuinely want to do a great job and really satisfy the customer.
Andrew says his favorite part of work is the tire shine. The car wash has become a place where he's learned valuable skills and found friends.
It is great. The customers are very nice to me. They give us this money.
Helping workers with their own self-esteem and washing away stigma.
Oklahoma is at the top of the NBA. The Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Indiana Pacers last night to capture the city's first NBA title. The franchise was known as the Seattle Supersonics when it won the title in 1979. The Pacers came up just short after star player Tyrese Halliburton was injured early in the game. Dana Jacobson has more.
For the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City.
A roaring thunder in Oklahoma City. OKC caps off an historic season, raising the Larry O'Brien Trophy in front of their hometown fans.
Halliburton lines up a long three-pointer. Got it!
It had been the Indiana Pacers erupting early, with star shooter Tyrese Halliburton hitting 3 deep threes.
Halliburton hits again.
Then, while making another move toward the basket, his right leg appears to just give out.
Halliburton falls down. He looks hurt.
The Thunder coming up with the ball and a bucket on the other end, while Halliburton, who had been playing through a strained right calf, pounded the court in pain and emotion. He was helped off and never returned. His Pacers didn't back down, though, still taking the lead into the half.
The pass. Williams open three.
But in the third quarter, the Thunder would take control, backed by shooting from the league's best young duo, Jalen Williams.
7 out of 24, three-pointer SGA, puts it in.
And league MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, whose 29-point performance earned him another award. Finals MVP, an honor SGA shared with his partner.
Jalen Williams is a once-in-a-lifetime player. Just as much my MVP as it is his.
The team that entered the season with the least experience and the youngest roster now stands at the top of the NBA.
A film festival honors the iconic film Jaws, and a K-pop group is reunited. Donnie Bacchus has tonight's entertainment headlines.
All 7 members of the K-pop band BTS have completed their mandatory military service in South Korea. Rapper Suga was the last to finish, fulfilling his duty as a social service agent. The Grammy-nominated band is expected to reunite sometime this year. A portrait of Oasis bandmates and brothers Liam and Noel Gallagher is expected to fetch more than $2 million when it goes up for auction on Tuesday. The 1996 painting by American artist Elizabeth Payton is based on a press image. Sotheby's says it depicts them in a moment of intimacy and repose, a rarity for the Gallaghers, who were also known for their brotherly feuds.
She really kind of paints that sort of line between, the public self and, the inner personalities.
Oasis kicks off a reunion tour next month. And the Nantucket Film Festival celebrates its 30th year this week.
And we all began going off the deep end, literally.
The big draw is the documentary Jaws at 50, the definitive inside story, which goes into the making of the iconic summer blockbuster. Attendees will also get a sneak peek at the American Revolution, an upcoming 6-part documentary by Ken Burns. The filmmaker then sits with CBS News correspondent Leslie Stahl for a wide-ranging conversation.
Now don't go away. When we come back, Kelly Rowland has your final look at weather. We're back in 2 minutes.
Toyota gives you the power of choice with more electrified hybrid choices than anyone else.
Like this new all-hybrid Camry.
And the stylishly fun-to-drive Corolla. Now get 4.99 APR financing on a new 25 gas-powered Corolla or any new Camry. Lease a Corolla from $219 a month or Camry from $289 a month with 2 years no-cost maintenance included. That's the power of choice. Toyota, let's go places.
Today, we bring you the profile of a hero. Marine Private First Class Gomer Pyle.
Heroes come in all shapes and sizes. But this hero is a musical Marine. Gomer Pyle.
Weeknights at 9:30 on MeTV 19.1.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to spend too much and won't be able to pay your rent.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News.
You have questions. Are your elected representatives in Washington working for you, or do they stand on the issues and what's in it for you?
Get the answers you need on WZMQ 19 News. I'm Rachel Knapp.
And I'm Brendan Scanlon. Our job is reporting on Michigan's officials in Washington, covering and uncovering what they're doing, and then reporting directly to you. WZMQ 19's Washington Bureau works for you.
And we deliver.
Quality information straight from Capitol Hill. Only on WZMQ 19 News. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Welcome back. A final look at your forecast. I wanted to show you the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook again because last time we showed you this last week, we were in that really dark red area. So there is going to be some relief in those temperatures. We're still going to trend a little bit warmer than average. I'll say near average. We should be into the mid 70s. We'll get a few days above that, few days below. The main trend will be kind of near average. So for tomorrow, we'll be into the mid 60s for Marquette with lots of sunshine really across the Upper Peninsula with the sunshine. Down to Iron Mountain and Iron River, we will get some warmer temperatures into the 80s, and we will get some relief on our 7-day on these temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. We're going to get increasing cloud cover for midweek as some rain showers start to roll on in, and that will take you into the weekend. But we get to the weekend, we're back to the upper 70s, much more seasonal conditions. We start out with sunshine and a few showers to round off the weekend. More in your forecast tomorrow.
Kelly, thanks again. And finally tonight, we're getting a first look at some spectacular images of the universe from the largest digital camera ever built. The Vera C. Rubin Observatory unveiled the images today of colorful galaxies, stars, and nebulas photographed by the new telescope perched on a mountaintop in Chile. Scientists say they hope to track at least 20 billion galaxies as the telescope surveys the southern sky for the next 10 years, and that the images will bring the night sky to life.
These first exquisite images made public today remind us of the full meaning of the words like awe and wonder and the limits of our language. They are sublime in their beauty, overwhelming in their scope, and profound in their promise of a discoveries to come.
The project is funded by the Department of Energy and the National Science Foundation. That's all the time we have for tonight, everyone. We'll see you back here again at 6/5 Central.
From now through June at Fox Marquette Chevrolet, lease a 2026 Chevrolet Equinox LT all-wheel drive for $449 a month for 36 months with zero due at signing. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature made in the Midwest Restonic mattress.